I agree with you 100%, and that's actually what I would have chosen as well. So that's brilliant, and I
Do
love
you
that.
have
I'm going to
one?
ask you.
I see back there. I just saw it. Do you have a Clone X?
Yeah, so I don't have that particular one, but I've got a very similar one to him. I'll show them to you guys. I actually picked him up this week. Sadly, this guy in the corner was stolen from my wallet. So I was
Wait, what?
minting. Yeah, I do a lot of whitelist, and I'm always careful. It's the first time it's happened to me. The only reason it was in my hot wallet was I was considering selling it for a different one. So it was in my hot wallet, and I was on announcements on the page, and a link came. I clicked it, and it ended up being a bad link. And I
Jeez.
lost. First of all, it drained my ETH, my actual ETH. So first, my money went from what I had to zero. Now the problem with that is I couldn't move my NFTs because I didn't
Yeah,
have
because you had
gas.
no ETH.
Yeah. So I had to quickly try get. I knew what was coming. It was so horrible, bro. I had to quickly try get ETH over there. I moved it from one to the other, and by the time it came in, my clone was gone, and my CP pop, consumer whatever
Yeah, I
products
remember that.
which
The
I
product.
loved,
Yeah.
yeah, was also gone. And yeah, I mean, look, I've been trading heavily for 18 months, and I've never ever had it happen. And literally, as that link came, it was deleted, and their proper announcement came, and they got someone. I don't know. I reached out to the project. That's what I said 3 weeks ago. I'm still
What?
waiting for fucking OpenSea to blacklist it for me. I've sent emails. I've filled out the
Hmm.
form on their website. It's been sold already by the guy, and I'm pissed off. And I've been trying to
Yeah.
get hold of them for 3 weeks. Whereas Magic Eden, I didn't have a hack, but Magic Eden, when I was just trying to buy an NFT, my first NFT, that OK Bear, they walked me through it with a person. So yeah, I haven't told this live on air because I've been
Oh,
embarrassed.
fuck, man, that
I've been
hurts.
embarrassed about it.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, don't be embarrassed. I mean, it happens. There's nothing you can do about it. I think if anything, you sharing your story is allow other people to understand like how like the severity of like how fast it can happen and like how innocent and quick how quickly it can happen. Like I'm always terrified. That's why I like keeping my stuff on a cold wallet. Like I have a few.
Yeah.
Not only that, I have a few wallets and I keep them on cold wallets. And it's just like no, I'm not.
So you'll actually see if you watch the show from about 4 weeks ago or 5 weeks ago. Clone X released that video teaser of that
Mhm.
big guy following, and they were started mooning. And I said to Kate, I'm quickly moving on the show. I'm moving my clone because I wanna sell it at 11, 12 ETH, and
Oh,
then I'll
this
buy
happened
back
like
when it
3 weeks ago.
retraces. About a month ago, when that's when I moved it. So since then I've had it in there listed at about 11 ETH, because I thought if someone buys it, I'm happy to wait for the floor to go to 7, which it
Mhm.
is now, which I knew it would. And I never particularly loved the look of him, so I was looking to change him. So I moved it after that show into my hot wallet, and because it was listed, because in my cold wallet I don't list at all. I,
Mhm.
I don't want it to interact with anything. It is
Right.
completely cold. So when I intend on selling an NFT, I move it. So now what I've done is I made a third account for that. Obviously, the old account, I spent so much in gas. I had hundreds of NFTs. I
Yeah.
spent so much in gas just moving all of them out. I mean, it was a nightmare. I hated it. It was so terrible, really,
Wow.
really horrible.
Wow. That
And I'm the
really.
most cautious guy, Andreas. I tell everyone to be careful. Yeah, I mean, and I was in announcements on a project, in announcements. Wait, it was mint time, and it came, and I was the first because I wanted to mint and sell that bitch.
Right.
Oh my god,
Here's a
horrible.
question. What have you
Yeah.
what have you learned from that? Do you now have a burner wallet?
Yeah, so you know what the hard thing at this point is? I'm in between because a lot of my wins of whitelist are on my old compromised wallet, and you
Mm.
can't really check. So every time now I've got a whitelist that I win, I have to check which wallet, and I've created a completely new one which has got barely any ETH, and anytime anything of value gets in, it gets out.
Right.
Um, but even so, it's hard to operate that way because especially if
100%.
you're minting 10 projects a day, and like to I don't know which wallet's won it and what hasn't, and I'm moving ETH from one to the other to mint and then moving it to sell it, and it's a pain in the ass, man.
How would you describe your strategy for